Hey guys, welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles! Resolve. In the last episode, we talked to Mr. Garadab about his tenant that died unfortunately a long time ago, and now Soseki-san is in that room, the tenant. And, well, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm so bad with names. What's that person's name again? Duncan Ross. And this person seems to be the fiancé or the lover of Miss Green, who was the victim in the first game in the third case. And now we're here and about to talk to her about her sweetheart. So let's just get into it. It's the 22nd February at St. Bartholomew's Hospital in the recovery ward.
Mr. Naruhodo, I've just finished speaking with the doctor. It seems Miss Green is well enough to be discharged at last.
This is good news, but hopefully just before she leaves.
Ah!
What is it? Miss Green! What was that? She clearly just hit something behind her back.
One moment, I'll be with you in a jiffy. Oh, hello everyone. What are you all doing here? The doctor said I can be discharged, so I'm just getting my things together. Miss Green, what were you just doing? Oh, nothing, really. I was just about to take some medicine the doctor prescribed for me, that's all.
Well, we were hoping to have another quick chat with you, if that's alright.
I don't really have anything else to tell you.
Alright, she's definitely behaving strangely. Let's see if we can't coax something out of her. Well, before we do that, I just want to show you again. Okay, there's a check mark on there. But this is Mr. Look, there's a photograph in this frame here. And this is clearly Mr. Duncan Ross.
Oh yes, it's a picture of a young gentleman.
He looks to be about the same age as Miss Green, I would say. Perhaps the young woman's special someone, do you think? Might be also her brother.
My, Mr. Naruhodo, I didn't know you had a sense for matters of the heart.
Not in the least, I sincerely said the first thing that I thought of. Well, if that's the case, we have check marks all around, don't we? Yes, we do have check marks all around, so that's good. Which means that we can just converse with Miss Green. Alright, what about the hospital discharge, Miss Green? It's wonderful news that you're going to be discharged, Miss Green.
Oh yes, thank you. Once people are better, the hospital staff don't want them lingering and wasting space. Not people like me, anyway. So I don't think I should keep anyone waiting. I probably shouldn't stand around and chat.
She certainly doesn't seem to be in the mood to talk, that's for sure. Well, if that's the case, it's time to present us some stuff. Maybe the hidden photograph? Miss Green, we were hoping to ask you about someone. Mr. Duncan Ross, you knew him, didn't you? Oh no, I'm so sorry. The bottle of medicine fell down when she did.
Oh, Miss Green, are you alright?
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to startle you like that.
No, it's alright. I just wasn't expecting it. But how do you know about Duncan? Mr. Ross had been writing a letter when he passed away. The landlord found it in his room. It was a very personal letter to you. It was at the art school. That's where I met Duncan, a year ago now. He was working to fund his studies. He dreamt of becoming a professional artist one day. And the two of you became romantically involved? Yes, that's right. We were very much in love. We were engaged to be married, actually.
So, she was his sweetheart, okay.
That's why he decided to move into a cheaper room to save money for the wedding.
And that's what led him to Mr. Garadab's.
Yes, he told me he'd found the worst but cheapest room in the entire East End. And then, 1 month ago, that's when it happened. We're so terribly sorry, Miss Green. Well, it's all in the past now, I suppose. Poor Miss Green. She looks desperately sad.
I was starting to think that's just her look. But now I see that she has every reason to feel the universe is against her. Oh, poor Miss Green.
I do hope you won't think I'm being rude, but would you mind leaving me in peace now? I have to leave the hospital soon.
Oh, I'm sorry. We didn't mean to hold you up. Of course, we will be on our way.
Mr. Naruto? Surely you were not about to leave? That's quite out of the question.
Well, Mr. Sholmes, I didn't realize you were here.
But of course I was, my dear fellow. Watching intently from the shadows as always.
Well, make your presence known next time.
Mr. Sholmes, what's this about?
Something which occurs to me with some regularity, Mr. Sato, is this. Why do detectives insist on such an ex post factum modus operandi? Why solve a case after it's happened? Instead of preventing a case before it happens, that is what sets a great detective apart.
What do you mean?
There is a case waiting to happen under our very noses, Mr. Naruto. So let us avert disaster. Let us prevent this case from ever happening, with nothing but careful observation.
Alright.
All the clues you need are set before you. You need only look, and you cannot fail to see.
You can do it, Mr. Naruto. I know you can.
Ooh, is that so? Okay, yeah. Ooh, okay, so this is what we're talking about, huh? So let's have a look. That mouse seems to be dead, look. I didn't notice it there before, did you?
I think perhaps it drank the medicine that spilled out of the bottle. But that's the bottle that Miss Green was about to drink from when we arrived.
You don't think?
Ah, I see you've come to appreciate the true nature of this scene. That of a tragedy about to take place.
Yes, I think it's falling into place. Miss Green, the contents of the bottle you had before has spilled out on the floor. And the poor mouse that drank it has sadly died.
Oh!
I think it's clear that the bottle must have contained a powerful poison.
Don't worry, I will attend to the mouse presently.
Oh, Susato-san, you're such a good person.
Miss Green, were you intending to go the same way as that rodent? To take your own life?
Oh!
Once we'd left, you would have put it to your lips again, wouldn't you? And taken the poison.
No! Miss Green, please talk to us.
Well. Let's have a look at the letter, though. It definitely feels as though this card must be relevant. I mean, when we first arrived, Miss Green was standing with it in her hand in what can only be described as a very tense atmosphere.
Yes, it may very well be related to whatever incident Mr. Sholmes believes is about to happen here. Perhaps we should ask Miss Green about it.
We are going to, Susato-san. We are going to. And we can have a look at the photograph once more. Mr. Duncan Ross. Who would have ever thought that he was engaged to be married to Miss Green?
To lose one's beloved fiancée must be painful enough. But then Miss Green suffered that awful injury, and outside her fiancé's former lodgings too. Fate can be very cruel sometimes.
That is indeed true. Alright, just to be sure, I just want to be thorough, guys. I'm sorry. Alright, so time to converse with her once again. Suicide and the car. We're gonna talk about the suicide first, or the attempted one.
10 seconds later, we would have arrived at a very different scene here. In all probability, we would not have enjoyed this most delightful conversation. Of course, perhaps it hasn't been quite so delightful from your perspective, Miss Green.
Actually, in a way, now that everything's out on the open, I feel like weight has been lifted.
Tell me, how did you acquire that medicine?
Well, with this being a hospital and all, when the doctor comes to examine me in the mornings, he always leaves the medicine cabinet open for a while, so I snuck this out when he wasn't looking.
It conspicuously lacks a label. I wonder what it contains.
I'm afraid I don't really know, but I thought if I drank it, it might just stop the pain somehow. Oh, please, Miss Green, don't talk of such things.
Well, it seems clear now that it contains poison.
Yes, that poor little mouse is proof of that. Oh no, oh, it's all my fault. What have I done?
I shall remove this to my office, Miss Green. I take it you have no objection.
No, none.
Well, oh, that is really harsh, guys. I mean, at least we saved her from suicide, but that is nothing to joke around or joke about. That really, oh man, that is harsh.
Neither the sender's name or address appear to be written on the envelope or the card. It arrived by post at my home the day before the incident that put me in hospital here.
I have information regarding the death of Duncan Ross. Come to the Slug and Salad on Briar Road at 5 p.m. on 17th. Don't tell anybody else about this letter or the meeting. It is a matter of utmost importance. Wait a minute, the 17th of this month? That's the day you were stabbed on Briar Road.
And 5 p.m.?
It's precisely the time when the incident occurred. The Slug and Salad. Yes, a pub on the northern corner of Briar Road.
Briar Road being the street that Mr. Garrett's house is on?
Does this mean that? Yes, I'm sure you've guessed. That day when I was struck in the back by the knife, I was actually on my way to the Slug and Salad. Goodness.
So that's what you were doing on Briar Road that day.
I'm sorry I didn't say anything before. I think I really will have to ask you to excuse me now. I've told you everything.
Yes, I'm very sorry to have had to drag up such painful memories for you.
No, it's fine. Miss Green? Please promise us you won't try to do anything like that again. Yes, don't worry. Your detective friend has the bottle now anyway. And besides, I've been stabbed in the back and had a close shave with a bottle of poison, and I'm still here. I think I'm destined to see things through to the end. It might sound a little conceited, but, well, that's how all this has made me feel.
Oh, poor Miss Green. Leaving Miss Green and St. Bartholomew's behind, we made our way back to Baker Street with Mr. Sholmes.
Well, it would appear we've reached the end of the investigative trial for today.
Yes, it's late.
And Mr. Naruhodo? Did you discover anything that may be of use to you in court tomorrow, do you think?
Details about Mr. Shamspeare, Mr. Gerard's lodgings, the convict Selden. There are many facets to this case, and we're yet to see to the heart of it, if you ask me. That's my feeling anyway.
I can't help wondering about the results of the analysis.
Into Mr. Natsume's tea, you mean?
Yes, will they have found strychnine in it or not?
Well, I fear that either way. It will be hard to escape the grip of our friend Mr. Reaper.
Oh dear.
Yes, Barak von Ziegs.
But I wish you every success, of course. And though I was late to rise this morning, tomorrow will be a new day, new dawn. I intend to spring from my bed at a crisp hour and attend the trial.
Mr. Shams, you going to come?
Indeed, whatever happens, I shall be there, assuming my eyelids cooperate in the morning.
Well, I think we've done all we can. All that's left is to remain focused and keep fighting for Mr. Natsume's cause until the very end. London, the world's most prosperous city, home to some 6 million people. But away from the razzle-dazzle down back alleys behind bricked-up windows, the lonely lurk. Soseki-san had battled long and hard with loneliness during his many months here. And so I felt honor-bound to battle equally hard for my compatriot, to lift the curse that gripped him. As Mr. Sholmes said, tomorrow will be a new dawn for all of us. Well, this was a very short episode, guys. I'm really sorry, but I don't think that it makes much sense to keep on playing. So, if you want to know how the trial begins, you'll have to tune in next time for the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Resolve. See you then.